Hey, it's Rufio backstage here at the Mercedes-Benz Interview Lounge with the one, the only Steve Carell, ladies and gentlemen.
Here I am, Steve Carell, everybody. I get that all the time.
Yeah, I watched your stand-up special, Messing with People.
Yeah.
It was so good, especially the parenting things. I'm a dad of two.
Oh, okay.
So like
you're in it, yeah.
Yeah, right. And I took my son to Disney World, and he was like the exact opposite of your son.
Oh, yeah?
He wanted to fight all those stormtroopers.
My son was scared of that. I definitely scarred him for life. But
it's a great ride, though.
I will tell you, though, we had gone back last year, and
Okay.
he conquered the ride, and he loved it.
There you
so
go.
I guess because he saw a movie and understood what was going on, and realized he wasn't being abducted by aliens, he was all right. Yeah. So that's good.
And I love the, oh my goodness, I related so much with the apple picking. Oh, that's such a white person thing.
It's such a thing. Where did it even come from? It's so dumb.
It's like, why don't we just go to the grocery store? That and pumpkin picking.
Pumpkin picking. No, pumpkin picking's worse because they put the pumpkins there. It's pumpkin pudding. They go put it. It's so dumb.
Right. It's just like, we could get this at the store.
At least the apples, like they grow off the tree, you go. But the pumpkins, they ship them in on a truck. And then they place them.
Yeah, it looks like it's a farm. Like, you're not growing pumpkins.
You're not fooling
Especially
anybody.
in the Midwest over here, you're not growing no pumpkins.
We're on to you. That's what we're saying. We're putting an end to it.
And of course, you were on Impractical Jokers for a long time.
Yes.
Was there any pranks that just went wrong? You're just like, yo, abort. Let's get out of this thing. It's not going well.
No, I mean, we did. There was one time we came up with an idea to baby talk to people.
Yeah.
So like when you have babies, you're like, oh, look at the cute baby. But we wanted to do that to people, and we wanted to be like, oh, where is the? But you know where the subway is, like that. So like, oh, we'll go to a kids park without a kid.
Yeah.
And we can start talking to the kid, then we'll start talking to the person. So we're like, oh, how cute is it? Do you know where the subway is? And then when a bunch of middle-aged guys without children show up at a kids park, the cops get called pretty quick. So yeah, that one was not. Well, it was fun on paper. It didn't work in real life.
Right. And then as also like obviously you're out in public, you get recognized for Steve Carell all the time.
All the time.
But like when people see you, they're like, do they look for cameras? They're like, yo, we gotta be on something, right?
Yeah,
Something's going on. We're Sal.
I know people are like, who's talking to you? But it works against me too. Like I was literally just shopping. I had to go get paper towels at Target. There's this little old lady working. I said, excuse me, miss, where are the paper towels? And she goes, oh no, Joe, you're not kidding. She ran away from me, full blown ran away from me. I'm chasing her down the aisle. So like, I just need paper towels, lady.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's good, man. It's good. I love the fans. It's always great, especially being on tour. I'm on tour now, my Let's Get Into It tour across the country, which is so fun. Doing the stand-up bit, it's really cool.
Now, who are your stand-up influences?
I love comedy. I actually grew up in watching comedic movies with my father.
Okay.
So Mel Brooks was huge for me. Any physical comedian stuff I always loved. I really went to. But the first comedy special my dad showed me, I used to watch Tim Allen's Home Improvement. And I watched Tim Allen's.
Yeah,
and
Tim Allen's, he's not so clean-cut guy on Home Improvement.
We did that. I did. But then, of course, there's so much good stand-up now. It's just so great. So to be part of the whole community is so fun.
Now, do you like the smaller venues, the bigger venues? What's your vibe when you're doing stand-up?
I like when the people are there. So that's always nice. I've done everything. I've done the big, I've done the little, I've done the comedy clubs all the way up to the Garden. Okay. But I would say I just do like probably like this size I'm in now, which are these nice older theaters across the country. Nice. And all these places have so much history. Right. They're a nice size. Yeah. Everybody's there. It feels very intimate. And especially now everybody just wants to laugh, man. Yeah, it's so much going on. They just want to come out and laugh together. So I make my shows try to be an event. People come out to laugh.
And the holidays coming up, obviously. Do you, you're Italian, you do the Feast of the Seven Fishes and all that stuff?
Yeah, I married a Lebanese lady, so we do like a real weird mashup. Which is cool. It's a lot of hummus and snapper, which is weird. But yeah, it's good. We do that. And then Christmas Day, I spend with my sisters and my nephews and the big Italian stuff.
Do you remember the best gift you ever got growing up as a kid?
My mom got me real good with the Nintendo.
Yeah?
I really wanted a Nintendo so bad in my life. I wanted a Nintendo so bad. And then they did the whole thing where they were like, oh, go ahead, open everything. And I didn't get it. And then I had the face on. I had to pretend I liked everything they got me. I had to pretend I liked the socks. I was like, oh, that's awesome. And then my mom was like, oh, go get Grandma and Grandpa's gift for them. And then it felt heavy. And she goes, I'm kidding, it's just for you. And it was a Nintendo. And I remember crying. Right. And they scarred me. Okay. But yeah, I love that.
Do you plan on doing that to your kids too?
I did. I used to do that to my nephew all the time. Okay. I feel so bad because I didn't have kids for a while. So he was like the guinea pig. Right. And I used to do that to him all the time. I gave him an Xbox controller once. And he was like, no Xbox. And he was like, oh, I said, oh, I thought you had it.
This jerk.
He's like, oh. And then he was like, where is it? Like, eventually he got wise to it. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Now we're going on stage to introduce Jason Derulo in a little bit.
You said it incorrectly.
What's that?
You said it incorrectly. It's Jason Derulo.
Oh, sorry. Jason Derulo.
Yeah, there you go.
Right. Yeah. And we're going on there with Brady,
yes,
who you met, who just did an interview. We got to do something. We got to do something. We got to do something to prank him or whatever.
Are you pitting me against him? That is so... He's going to see this. He's going to know it's your idea.
No. This is after the fact. You know what I'm saying? It's going to go great. We'll be like, I don't know. We could be like... Jason Derulo, he's going to take his shirt off. I think we should all take our shirts off.
And make him start?
You first, Brady. then we're like, here's Jason Derulo.
Yeah, you know what?
Right.
We'll workshop it off camera. We'll figure out something.
You said you're on tour right now. Anything else coming up for 2025?
Yeah, I mean, my podcast is blown up. My iHeart podcast. I got Two Cool Moms on the iHeart podcast network, part of the Elvis Duran podcast group. It's so fun. So take a listen to that, and then just had a kids book come out. A kids book, and just keep on.
Is it appropriate for kids?
For kids, it's called Where's Barry? yeah. It's based on my son couldn't find one of his stuffed animals one night. So
nice. I'll have to check that out. Get that for my son.
There you go.
For sure. Joe Gatto, everyone. I mean, Steve Carell.
Yeah.
Thanks for your time.
I appreciate it.
In the Mercedes-Benz interview lounge.